Hello, Star Wars unboxing fans. Welcome to a rainy episode of Darth Tuba's Star Wars unboxing show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba, on the road. Am I going to a con? No. This weekend that I'm recording this video is New York City Comic-Con. And for those who don't know, I'm a marching band director, and marching band is a big fall activity. And we usually have band competitions, football games, things of that nature. So I never get to go to New York City Comic-Con because there's always a big competition that weekend. Someday, I'll kind of get that into my routine, maybe when retirement happens. But so lots of cool stuff to watch on YouTube, seeing what's going on with Comic-Con. Ironically, the competition I was supposed to go to got canceled because of the rain. So I have decided instead to go out on my own little side adventure. I'm not going to drive. I only live about 55 minutes from New York City. But anybody who lives anywhere who knows about New York City will tell you that it's a crazy city to get into. The traffic and the parking and just maneuvering around it's horrible on a nice day. To have to go in on a rainy day. Plus, I don't even think there's any tickets available left. And even if there were, it's a very expensive type of day to basically just wander around a bunch of booths and stuff like that. And I don't believe there's going to be any huge announcements or news. One thing that did kind of catch my eye was the Hallmark ornaments that were exclusives. I love that Hallmark does a very unique exclusives for New York City Comic-Con and other Comic-Cons as well. And the one that was really striking my fancy was the chrysanthemum character from Book of Boba Fett. They have a nice figure, or not figure, but they have a nice ornament. And I've been I normally support people who watch the channel know that I do collect the Hallmark ornaments. I don't keep them always. I collect them. I display them for a few years, and when a better sculpt comes along, I tend to get rid of a few every so often. I do support my local Hallmark because it is my cousin who actually owns it. So that doesn't have anything to do with the San Diego Comic-Con ornaments, but I do love the Star Wars ornaments that come out. So. They have an ornament premiere. They do the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, and then they have another ornament premiere. There's a lot that goes on, and not just with Star Wars, but with all sorts of ornaments. So I thought it would be fun today to go into my local Hallmark, go visit my cousin, say hello, and not only check out what Hallmark has in the way of ornaments for Star Wars, but also the other Star Wars product they have. Hallmark has had a pretty good working relationship. Sorry for my. There we go. Hallmark's had a really good working relationship with licensing with Disney and Star Wars. So they've always had some pretty cool product. I don't collect all of it, but I do like to see what they have, and I know they have some Indiana Jones stuff that's been released recently. So I just kind of like household items, kind of quaint little tchotchkes, things like that. So I just want to kind of take a look and see what we have there. Now, speaking of that chrysanthemum ornament, that's not available in Hallmark stores. You only can get that in Comic-Cons. But I did put a bid on eBay. And yes, I know, that's what people do. They pick up as many ornaments as they can. Either they buy them all themselves, or they get friends to buy them, or whatever. And then they sell it for an inflated price on eBay. I get that. Do I like it? No. But at the same time, when you do the math, going to Comic-Con, right? Going to Comic-Con, paying for the ticket, paying for the parking, paying for food, paying for whatever. If you're staying there, paying for a hotel, that's a lot more expensive than spending maybe double or triple the price of an ornament on eBay. So to me, it's like what I love about eBay is the great equalizer. People will pay what they want to pay for an item on eBay. So if you really want it, you can buy it on eBay. Now, some people, pad their costs. Some people pad, their starting bid. And, if you don't want to start with that, you can keep looking and find something cheaper. Some people set a low bid and then when I used to sell on eBay, I would always set a a bare minimum bid. I didn't care if I didn't, for me, it wasn't a profit thing. I wasn't out to try to make a side hustle with selling my Star Wars toys or anything that I had sold. I was just doing eBay to just try to, get some money back from what I purchased. So I would always put it start the bidding pretty low, and barely even less than what I paid for it. And then, taking into account shipping costs and stuff. And then I would let the popularity of the item be what determines how it gets sold. And, I've had some things didn't really sell at all. And some things sold a little more. Some things sold a lot. Some things, made a huge profit on it. Not that I was intending to do so, just did. I'm sorry, my phone is bouncing around here, so I apologize for that. So we're going to check out the Hallmark store, and we're going to see what they have, and this is the time of this recording is October 14th, and October 14th is ornament premiere. So by the time this gets released, we'll be into the holiday season. So a lot of my videos turn into a Star Wars holiday kind of fun time. So we'll see what we have with that. I do look forward to the holidays every year. I look forward to, I have been starting to, as I've been easing up on my collecting in general, and starting to thin it out and picking and choosing what I purchase. That is very true for the holidays as well. I still have been getting the Hallmark ornaments. I still have been picking up the Black Series figures that are painted in a holiday theme. I've been enjoying those, and I still occasionally look at like Target and Walmart around the holiday season and see if they have any special types of ornaments or anything. Nothing too much, but I just am more curious than anything else. I have started pulling back on some of those things. I love the Star Wars nutcrackers that, like, sometimes Kurt Adler and Fabergé puts out stuff here and there. There used to be a little bit more popularity, but after a while, it's like I have bins and bins full of holiday stuff, and I don't even have the room to put all of it out, and it's going to get less and less, in my older years. So I don't want to keep. One of the things that I got rid of, or tried to get rid of in my last yard sale, was all of the big plush that have the hard feet. Walmart sells. They're like these plush characters. They're about 12 to 18 inches high, and they're big, fat plush Jawas and C-3PO and Jabba and R2-D2, and they have either a Halloween theme or sometimes a Thanksgiving theme and sometimes a Christmas theme. And I love them. They're great, but there just comes a point where there's no room to put them. So I just kind of stopped displaying them when I didn't have room. So I've tried to get rid of some of those, and I'm just trying to be a little bit more careful with it. I know my channel seems to be growing in less and less into an unboxing channel and more into how I'm getting rid of my collection. But I assure you, there are still plenty of, watch my last few episodes, still plenty of product coming in. I love the Star Wars Advent thing like Lego has, and I very much look forward to that type of thing, and to finding the Lego Advent calendar. It's like my favorite thing. We've actually stopped giving each other, my wife and I have stopped giving each other Christmas gifts. We just go down to Florida to visit our daughter for Christmas, so we put our money towards that. But I do like to indulge in one or two Advent calendars that we both like and enjoy opening up each day leading up to, in December, leading up to Christmas. So we will see where that goes. So again, let's check out Hallmark. Let's see what they got going on. This is another, like a mini ornament premiere. They had their first one in July. This one is a kind of a secondary one, like a mini one. And it used to be that this is the one that would pop up. Like all the ornaments would be available at this point. But then I think they even have a third one. I don't know if I'm going to have a video done for that. Yeah, they think they have another one in November, but I think the vast majority of the ornaments are out now. So we will see what they have in store. So these are the things that have come out more recently. Like most of these came out in the summer, and you can see that there's been some that have sold out. They're pretty popular. But these, I don't know if I knew about these says Star Wars and Marvel Heroes, 100 Years of Wonder. I don't know if that's a set or if that's just... Seems kind of pricey for one ornament, but maybe it's a 4-pack.
Okay. They're new machines that are not very user-friendly.
So, pretty cool stuff. They also have these are fun little mystery ornaments. Not really ornaments, they're really just collectible things, but you can see they have quite a few other things, but you can see that ornaments are pretty popular. That's a cute one. These are miniatures for smaller trees. Got a nice little, we do have, Hunter and Rekka, but they're not here. Let's see if they came in the bag. Here's the Desert Skiff. Tons and tons and tons. Yeah, there's the Hunter and Rekka. Some of these are from previous years.
It's really good. Have a good day.
This looks interesting. I don't want to get too caught up in that. Oh, some cool Disney ones. Let's look around and see what else we got here. These are ornaments that are also found in other places. We had them at Walmart, Kohl's, Target. We got Grogu. We got a Darth Vader. I think that might be the only Star Wars ones. I think that's it for Star Wars, at least for this year. And look at this. Oh my goodness. This one is grill branding. I guess you grill your hamburgers and you can put the toothpicks or magnets, itty bitties, child socks, slippers, mugs.
How's that? They're in the back. You know?
Super Wonder, premium pop-up card. What on earth? Oh, weighted bookends. Okay, so they're pretty heavy. This is cute. Like a gift card holder. Some Funko Pop. More socks. Now this is a mug. Holy. Ooh, the galaxy. More Funkos. Some cool Indiana Jones. Perpetual calendar, interesting. More socks. Our adventure is one for the history book. Salt and pepper shakers. Oh my goodness. Interesting, interesting. Ancient relic box. Pretty interesting stuff. This one looks interesting. What is this? It's like is it a snow globe? Oh.
It is your destiny.
Oh boy. Don't underestimate the power of the Force. This is kind of fun. The little, except, oh my god, what work every day. I have to switch it. And for you Star Trek fans, we've got some cool items as well. Disney, Hallmark. Hallmark was one of the first Disney. Hallmark was one of the first Disney licensees back in the 20s, 30s. So it's no wonder that they've continued the tradition of licensing a lot of Disney product, including Star Wars. Some discounted 75% off from last year. Go into your local Hallmark and get a Luke from Mandalorian. It's interesting that one didn't sell as much. I thought that would have been more popular. Black Adam. That one's not a surprise. about the only Star Wars one it looks like. It's just poor Luke. Okay, so we made it through the Hallmark store. Happy to see that it was pretty busy today on a nice again minor ornament premiere. My cousin always does a great job with that. She always, like, the place is decked out. I mean, of course, this is kind of an odd time because it's also Halloween. So there's this it's a very Nightmare Before Christmas vibe where there's Halloween stuff that's really popular, and then there's Christmas stuff that's also really popular. So it's good, and it was very busy. So I was happy to see that. I hope it continues. So anyway. So most of the items that I put, Hallmark does a thing where you can go and fill out a wish list, and many stores will let you kind of give them the wish list, put your name on it. They will hold the ornaments for you in case that you can't get there the weekend of, which I normally wouldn't have been able to do. So, we'll see what we have. But what do we have here? Well, this was an October release. We have the Mandalorian S1 Starfighter. Really, really cool. I'm not going to actually do a video of unboxing these other than maybe just showing my tree. I usually like to show my Star Wars Christmas tree every year. But this is basically, looking here, it has, does not say lights or sounds. I just think it's a, really nice sculpt of the ornament. So that's really, really cool. So, nice. And then we have... I've ridden things 10 times its size. I want to ride the Rancor. I am loving this era of Star Wars we're in. I've said it before, I'll say it again, and I will keep saying it until nobody wants to hear it. I don't care. I'll still keep saying it after that. I loved the Book of Boba Fett. I love all the Star Wars streaming series for different reasons. In the case of Boba Fett, I just love that they took his character and went completely bonkers with it, which I thought was actually what you had to do. A bounty hunter, if you don't give them a story as to why they are what they are. I mean, Boba Fett has had a really interesting story. He starts off as a clone. He watches his dad get decapitated, spoiler. He becomes a bounty hunter, he gets brought up by Aura Singh, who's ruthless, so he becomes ruthless as a child. Tries to take out Mace Windu, for killing his father, which I totally understand. Then, finally kind of develops his reputation as he grows into an adult as being a ruthless bounty hunter. Great. You have that reputation. That's right. It's like the Dread Pirate Roberts, You don't even need to follow through on it. You just need to have the reputation. But he was good. And he actually took out Han Solo, or at least got him, captured and brought him to Jabba. Only to have Han Solo accidentally knock him in the, backpack and have him go flying and land in the Sarlacc. But then he goes on this journey, this self-aware journey with the Tusken Raiders of all people, or the tribe of Tusken Raiders, and he becomes like a leader of Tatooine. He takes out Boba Fett in one shot, or Boba Fett, he is Boba Fett, takes out Bib Fortuna in one shot and becomes this leader of Tatooine. I love it. And he's like kind of a benevolent dictator or leader, mob boss, if you will. And he's got Fennec Shand there to help him, and the mods and everything. It's world building, and I love it. Otherwise, what do you got? You got just like stoic villain type character that everybody thinks is cool because of his uniform or what he's wearing. I mean, yeah, some people are like, you don't have to tell all the story, you don't have to fill in every single gap there. But I just love that they're trying, and I give it credit. And I love this. This will be find a place proudly on my tree. All right, Boba Fett. Here we go. And I guess this Mandalorian one also had its appearance in Boba Fett as well. It makes sense. Where Boba Fett was released, that gave them time to create this stuff. Okay. I mean, this one I like. It's a now showing marquee sign. I kind of wish I could have a large version of this. In fact, I don't have a lot of movie posters anymore. I've kind of done away with most of them. But I'm thinking about maybe getting a full-size marquee sign to put up in my house, that I could light up next to an outlet, and then put the movie posters in so they really, really pop. But until then, this ornament will do well. I have a few of these similar types of things, and I like it, but it's just nice. It's a nice little sentiment to when Star Wars was new, when it first came out. Will this stay in my collection forever? I don't know. We'll see. It's cute, but we'll see. It's not I don't believe it is it does require a power cord. a keepsake power cord. I guess that's because it lights up while it's connected. So Hallmark's done some pretty good stuff with that. Take a little break from the Star Wars ones. I do occasionally run across something that I really like, and that's this little guy, Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Let's Dance. You know, the thing in my house, I'm the musician of the family. My wife is the dancer. So to have something where there's a piano, I'm a piano player, where there's a piano, and you kind of wind it, it's battery powered, but you wind it up and you hear one of the new Mickey Mouse songs. It's like, if you ever watched any of those new Mickey Mouse cartoons, it's the music that they end with. And there's a little animation of Mickey and Minnie dancing, which is kind of cute for our family. So that'll go up on our regular tree. And lastly for now, there she is, Ahsoka. Such a cool character, such a great story. I've gotten to the point now where I just ignore negativity. The only negative comment that I feel is deserves an answer. The critique question is, it seemed rather of a thin story. Why, is there going to be a second season? What's going on? Well, I know that they're making a movie, and I have a feeling that's either going to set this up for their return in the movie, or there'll be a second season that gets characters kind of all back together again, ready for a movie. But in the other case, I was happy with it. I loved Rosario Dawson's take on Ahsoka, both in the Mandalorian series as well as this series, and I look forward to whatever the content may be. Now, there were two items that did not find their way here. There was I think Princess and the Droid. I think it was Princess and the Droid. Princess and the Droid, Princess and the Ewok, I forget. There's one ornament that, for whatever reason, the shipping is changing via Hallmark, and they're now shipping things out like weekly. So that should come any day now. And then there was a Lego. I have a whole series of little Star Wars, like think of Lego minifigures, but a little bit bigger, about this big. And there's a Mandalorian and Grogu, kind of 2-pack, or maybe one, fused ornament of Mando and Grogu Lego that have not come out yet. That is where we are right now. I'm not going to do a separate unboxing or separate show of those. Again, I'll get them when I get them, and I'll put them on the tree, and we'll show you that. I very much look forward to this time of year where I can actually start, decorating the house. A lot of it will be the same as what we've done in previous years. I have a very, very busy holiday season, so we actually decorate excruciatingly early, and a very annoyance to those who think Christmas should not be celebrated until Christmas Eve, which I know some people have that in their family. They don't talk about it, they don't celebrate it, they just do it all on Christmas Eve, and they celebrate it from there through, Epiphany or whatever, January 6th. I am not that way. I am like the moment midnight of Halloween turns into this November 1st, boom, it's Christmas. Or at least it's the holiday season. Let's keep it more vague. I do like Thanksgiving as well, but it's great. And then, of course, we have Life Day, which is the Star Wars version of Christmas that is celebrated now at Galaxy's Edge and Disney. They like to kind of, promote it a little bit more, so that's great. So I'm very, very much looking forward to just seeing the holiday season approach. I love Halloween, I love that time of year, but again, being a band director, I don't really celebrate it as much as I used to, because it's just so busy this time of year, and it generally ends right around Halloween. So today, thanks to the weather, I know you can see the raining is coming down heavily now, I was fortunate enough to have a day off, and I'm using that day off to kind of collect my rest of my ornaments mostly, and get into just discussing the upcoming holiday season as it approaches. At the time of this video gets released, it will be past Halloween, so I'll be ready. I might even have my tree up by then, who knows, we'll see. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, hit all that other stuff. Check out all the other content on Red 5. Thank you, Red 5, for supporting the channel as always, and until next time, may the Force and the toys and the ornaments be with you.